Hello, everyone, and welcome to From the Slab, the only show that comes to you from the slab. I am Monkey Boy, and this is Chris. Hi.
You can call me unindicted co-conspirator number 40.
That's what I always do. It's much easier than Chris. Hello, Professor Feather. How are you, buddy? Hello, Delilah Plays the Dead Girl. Good to see you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Really good to see you. Remember, we're going to be playing a game tonight, and if you would like to play a game, you'd like to be a contestant, all you got to do is say, "I want to play" in the comments section, and we will go right ahead and get you there. We'll go ahead and send you an invite, and just make sure that you have a smartphone or a laptop, preferably with some headphones, and make sure you have, obviously a webcam on your computer if you're using a computer, and we're good to go. So, hello, Jason.
Must have Windows 95 or later.
Must have Windows 95 or later. I don't really care if they have Windows 95 or later. Hey, Shadow, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
I do not think a Commodore 64 would work.
I do not think so, but if it does, more power to you.
How are you doing, Monkey Boy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing as good as I can for looking like this. Jason says he wants to play the game. If you think once again, guys, if you think you know anything about horror movies at all, we do a game after our synopsis of the movie. Tonight's movie is the movie Event Horizon from 1997, starring Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne. And we're going to be going into that in just a minute or two. But yeah, if you want to play the game, you think you know anything, just put "I want to play the game," and we'll go ahead and we will send you an invite, and we'll pull you right onto the screen during the game, and you guys can play the game against each other, and the winner gets to pick next week's movie. So basically, in essence, you get to force Chris and I to watch whatever you want us to watch, as long as it's within. As long as it's horror or horror adjacent. It has to be horror thrillers. It could be horror suspense. It could be horror comedy. It could be, but it has to be.
Yeah, try to keep it under the 3-hour mark. Try to keep it under the
3-hour mark. But if you cannot, you can't. I mean, you won. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. Try to, mini series. Try not to do.
Yeah.
But if we had to. Just saying. So this week's movie, Chris, Event Horizon, right?
Yep.
Very good. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the trailer, right? And see what we're looking at.
90s trailers.
Oh, cakes and pies.
This morning, TDRS picked up an automated navigation beacon broadcasting at 2-minute intervals in Neptune orbit.
This is incredible. It's the Event Horizon. She's come back.
Event Horizon is the culmination of a secret government project to create a spacecraft capable of faster-than-light flight. The ship doesn't really go faster than light. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of the universe to another light years away.
Where's she been for the last 7 years, Doctor?
That's what we're here to find out.
After
7 years in deep space.
There were 18 people on board this ship when it disappeared. I want them all accounted for.
Opening outer door.
It came back, abandoned.
Any crew?
Negative. This place is a tomb.
But it didn't come back alone.
Captain Miller! I've got some problems here!
This ship has been beyond the boundaries of our universe. Who knows what it's been? And what it's brought back with it.
The ship is reacting to us, and the reactions are getting stronger.
What are you telling me? That this ship is alive?
I have such one thing to show you.
Oh my God!
It knows my secrets. It knows my fears.
Vacate. I want off this ship.
You can't leave. She won't let you. God help us.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I already watched the movie. I'm excited to watch the movie after seeing it. Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's some good stuff. I almost said
Wild
shit.
stuff.
I almost said shit.
Don't say shit.
Don't say shit. Hi, Jackie Christ Superstar. Jackie Christ Superstar. She has her own theme music, by the way. And that's cool. That's a good thing. So yeah, we watched Event Horizon this week. I did not find the director's cut.
The director's cut does not exist.
I've seen it. It does exist.
Well, not in any official form.
I've seen it on DVD. Unfortunately, I don't think they've ever put it out streaming.
We'll go over that after synopsis.
We can. All right. So here we go. Here's the synopsis for Event Horizon. In 2047, a distress signal is received from the Event Horizon, a starship that disappeared during its maiden voyage to Proxima Centauri 7 years earlier. Already, I've got goosebumps. Already, I'm just saying. All right. The ship mysteriously reappears in a decaying orbit around Neptune, and the rescue vessel, Lewis and Clark, is dispatched to investigate. Its crew, Captain Miller, second in command, Lieutenant Stark, pilot Smith, medical technician Peters, engineer Ensign Justin, Dr. DJ, and rescue technician Cooper is joined by Dr. William Weir, the Event Horizon's designer. He briefs them on the ship's experimental gravity drive, which is a simple visualization of how it folds space in time. He just takes the papers and folds it and sticks a pen through it. And it was a yes, there almost. You almost had it, Chris. You're almost a physicist. All right. The distress signal consists of a series of screams and howls, but DJ believes he hears a Latin phrase, liberate me, which means save me or free me. But either way, it's Latin. Dead language. Who cares? All right. So upon boarding the Event Horizon, the crew finds evidence of a massacre. As they search for survivors, the ship's gravity drive activates and briefly pulls Justin into a portal while also causing a shockwave that damages the Lewis and Clark. The crew are all forced aboard the Event Horizon while Justin emerges in a catatonic state. He attempts suicide by compression, but is saved by Miller, forcing the crew to place Justin in stasis. Smith and Cooper are sent on a spacewalk to repair the hull of the Lewis and Clark. Now, so far, things aren't looking up for the crew of the Lewis and Clark. I'm just saying. So let's go on from here. All right. The crew begins having hallucinations corresponding to their fears and regrets. Miller sees a subordinate he was forced to abandon to his death. Peters sees her sons with his legs covered in bloody lesions. Weir sees an eyeless version of his late wife urging him to join her. Anybody, by the way, just so you know, if you're watching out here, if anybody that is dead already asks you to join them, they have no good intentions.
No.
Just so you know. I know some of you don't realize this right off the rip, but it's true. Okay, so they discover a video log of the Event Horizon's crew fornicating and mutilating each other shortly after first engaging the gravity drive. The log ends with a shot of the Event Horizon's captain holding his own eyes gouged from their sockets and speaking the Latin phrase from the earlier distress call. DJ translates the complete phrase as "Liberate tutte me ex inferis," which is "save yourself from hell." Okay, that's first off right there. Stop watching videos at that point in time on your space. Don't watch any more videos.
Leave.
Don't need to, and leave. Get out. Put on a spacesuit. It's a nice night for a walk. That's what I think. By the way, if you are in the chat for tonight's game, feel free to just put in the chat, "I want to play the game," and we'll get you in there. Don't you worry. It will work out pretty well. Also, listen to this guy. Hey there, sharing is caring. Hit that share button. You know you want to do it. Just do it. All right, there you go. That guy knows what he's talking about. Share this with your friends. Let them know, hey, we're here, because we missed them already. All right, so here we go. Weir explains that the ship's drive opened a gateway to a hellish dimension outside the unknown universe. Inside the unknown universe, sorry. And that the Event Horizon has attained sentience. Essentially, it's alive. Miller decides to destroy it and orders an evacuation while Peters is lured to her death by a hallucination of her son. Weir, who has gouged out his own eyes and is possessed by the evil presence, uses an explosive device to destroy the Lewis and Clark, killing Smith and blasting Cooper off into space, which is a perfect way to get some good late 90s black person one-liners. It was exactly what that was for. Weir kills DJ by vivisecting him and corners Stark on the bridge. I will say this was also the fastest vivisection I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. It was weirdly fast, but I was weirdly impressed. Okay, so Miller confronts Weir, who overpowers him and initiates a 10-minute countdown to activate the gravity drive and return to the other dimension. Cooper uses his spacesuit's oxygen supply to propel himself back to the ship and appears at the bridge window. Weir shoots at him, shattering the window, causing Weir to be blown into space by the decompression. Miller, Stark, and Cooper survive and manage to steal the ship's bridge, seal off the ship's bridge. With their own ship destroyed, Miller plans to split the Event Horizon in two with the explosives and use its forward section as a lifeboat. He is attacked by hallucinations who turn out to be the resurrected and further mutilated Weir. He got resurrected. I didn't think he deserved a first shot.
Ray, your ducking autocorrect sucks.
Yes. Duck you, Chris. Hi, Paula. How are you doing? Miller fights off this resurrected Weir, fights him off and detonates the explosives, and he sacrifices himself. He kills himself by detonating these explosives. So the gravity drive activates, pulling the ship's stern section into a black hole, and Stark and Cooper enter stasis behind a comatose Justin, and they wait to be rescued, hoping to be rescued. 72 days later, which was a great movie, by the way. I love 72 Days Later. The wreckage of the Event Horizon is boarded by a rescue party who discover the survivors in stasis. Stark sees Weir posing as one of the rescuers and screams in terror, but wakes up and realizes it was a nightmare. Cooper and the rescue team try to calm down the terrified Stark as the doors close. And that, my good friends, is Event Horizon.
Good job, Brian.
Thank you. So, guys, if you're in the chat, if you've seen Event Horizon, let us know what you think about it. Talk to us. And Paul, I'm glad you're better, baby. I'm glad you're better. But you were always great. Thank you, Professor Feather. So yeah, let me know what you think.
Real quick before we get to what we think of it, let me go over the lost footage director's cut thing.
Go ahead.
So when the DVD first came out and became kind of surprise hit because it didn't do so well in the theaters, Paul Anderson, the director, wanted to do a director's cut, but most of the footage that they had cut from the movie was stored badly and kind of deteriorated. So they abandoned the director's cut, and what you were probably referring to as DVD, they did a 2-disc special edition that had 1 deleted scene, 2 extended scenes, and, you know, a making of thing.
I like that you think that I'm delirious, which is really cool. But I don't know if it was the full-on director's cut, because I do remember your story of the badly stored film with this movie. But they were able to restore some parts of that film, and they put it back into the movie. Mainly, it was mainly during the video sequences.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more.
Yeah, there was mainly during the video sequences, but there was quite a bit more towards the end, where it seemed like everything was a little hokey and chopped up. Yeah, not hokey, but it seemed that it was a little quick going and chopped up. It stretched it out quite a bit. It made it a little scarier. Yeah. And I did see that. I did. It wasn't extended. It wasn't just this one scene and just this one scene. It was in the movie. So I don't know where I don't remember where I saw it. It was years ago, but it was on a DVD, and it wasn't a bonus thing. It was a DVD by itself. So
Mandela effect.
Yeah. No, I actually saw it. This one I saw. I never saw Mandela though. Not the movie or anything. So anyway, what did you think about it, Chris?
I really want to like this movie more, because a lot of the ideas and the performances from the cast are really good. But you watch it now, a lot of especially like the CGI effects at the beginning, are so dated.
Yeah, it does takes you out of it.
Yeah. And I think in the hands of a more talented director, I think this could have been what is a good movie. I think could be a great movie.
I think at the time it came out, it was pretty great for its time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still good. It's still good, like a lot of it really holds up, but what should have been explored was not explored as much in lieu of just action and gore. Yeah.
Adding the action. And
because Paul Anderson is a hokey.
He's the Resident Evil guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's the Resident Evil guy, isn't he?
Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Death Race, Alien versus Predator. You know, he's that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he did really well for that type of genre. And honestly, I thought for a space horror movie, it was a little scary. like I am not very much scared of space horror movies because I'm never going to space. It never will apply to me. There's not a moment that you could say to me, "Hey, Brian, you want to go to Mars?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, let's hop on board." Never going to happen. I'm on Earth. This is it. All right. So I'm not scared of space, but this was almost scary. It was like going to a haunted house in space.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely owes a lot, especially in like the first half. It owes a lot to Alien.
Yeah, it does.
And
I
and the second half, like I said, with a more talented director, especially the second half, because it's very, Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
With the cosmic horror, alternate dimensions, and people going mad and such.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think that was like, believe it or not, that happened in the first 20 minutes. It wasn't even the second half. I mean, but you know what I mean? But yeah, this would be a great remake, to be honest with you. They never remake the ones that would make great remakes, really. They hardly ever do. The only, every once in a while you'll get your Dawn of the Deads that did really well.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah, Amityville Horror was a good remake, but they really just don't do it. And that's, the reason being, the reason for those two were, being so good was they were a type of horror that worked for their decades that they came out. Amityville Horror was a money driven horror movie. It preyed on your fears of losing money. Whereas when they made the remake, it was just simply a fucking scary ghost story.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Just Brockett. Once again, guys, I got to remind you, if you do want to play the game, just put right in the chat here that you want to play the game. We could use some more contestants tonight, and if you want to play the game, we'll go ahead and get you on it, and you can win the opportunity to win my heart and Chris's nether regions because he gives them away. And you also get the opportunity to pick next week's movie. So if you would like to play, just say, I want to play the game in the chat. Yes, we are talking about Event Horizon. Yes. What did you think of it if you've seen it? Paula Trigg said, ooh, I'm assuming about picking the horror movie, not your nether regions, Chris. Don't feel bad about that. Yeah, and honestly though, as far as Event Horizon goes, it's this horror movie always has a place in my heart. Regardless of it, I did notice, especially, right on. I loved it too. I did too. I think the big thing with the only thing that really took me out of it a little bit this time, it wasn't so much like the gravity drive and all that. That was done really well. It was mainly the non-practical effects, like the gravity, the floating,
especially because the practical effects that are in the movie are really good.
Yes, they are. So when
they did not slouch when they were doing, the gore and the gouged out eyes and
even the mechanical stuff and all that, it was really good. I think these movies need to be remastered a lot of times. Would do it. I mean, a little bit of contrast added to take away the superimposed look would actually help with some of these things. So I don't know, but I loved it. I'm going to give it some horns, man. I'm going to give it all my horns.
Give 3.
All right. I get it, but I'm going to give it all. And that's fine. You can give it 3, and I understand why. I guess it's time now. Once again, if you'd like to, if you think you know anything about horror movies and you want to play this game tonight, go ahead and put "I want to play" in the chat, and we'll find you and get you an invite, and we'll pull you right up on screen, and you guys will play against each other, and the winner will be able to
pick next week's movie.
That's right, absolutely. But it's now time for the horrible thought of the week. First off, yes, it is. Sean, it is better than Hellraiser in Outer Space.
Yes.
All right, it is now time for Horrible Thought of the Week. Basically, we just want to see what you guys in the chat think about anything, really. And so we're going to go ahead and pose a question and see what your answers are. And this, as always, is brought to you by our sponsor, Bob's Turduckins. It's not a turducken unless it's Bob's Turduckins. Here we go. You're working in space. Some guy comes along and says, hey, let's rescue a ship that's been missing for 7 years. He seems creepy. The minute you step on the ship, you realize it's basically a space haunted house, and your own ship gets put temporarily out of commission. Do you, A, ask the creepy doctor what's going on repeatedly? B, take your chances in a spacesuit, which, or C, kill the creepy doctor and fix your ship. Then upon return, say, I didn't know what happened to him. I don't know. So basically, what would you do? Professor Feather says C.
So I think I've from having a year long of horrible thoughts of the week.
Yes.
I've noticed that it's always like reasonable answer, correct answer.
Yes, that's what it is. Everybody else is picking C. Delilah plays the dead girl. Paula Trigg is picking C as well. And honestly, it is the correct answer. I would say that guy. I would have kicked him in the balls before we even left. I would have done it. But that's okay.
I don't trust anybody that dreams of raptors.
By the way, Jason Ashby said take the chance in the spacesuit. He's a ballsy fella. That's Jason. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, it's true though. That's exactly what we'd have to do. I mean, like you'd have to kill that guy, right? I mean, he was kind of an asshole when you really think about it. He knew all this was going to happen somehow, some way. Yeah. And if he didn't, he did. But yeah, and if you didn't agree with any of those answers, you can always write in your own answer. It's okay. We don't care. We don't really have that many rules unless we're playing the game. Which brings me to my next point. We've got to play a game. How many contestants do we have right now?
Jason.
We have one contestant, Jason. Do we need more contestants? Anybody feel like playing a game of what's the damn answer? It's a horror trivia game. Anybody could win this thing. All you got to do is play, and I'll just put I want to play in the comments. You got to have a cell phone or laptop. It would be preferable if
tablet works.
Yeah, a tablet works. If you have headphones, it's preferable, but not necessary. I'll send you something right now if you would like to play. Let's see. Hold on one second. You know what, Sam? Here's the thing. I think right away he seemed like a creepy prick. He really did. Like right off maybe not the first 5 minutes of the movie. He was kind of all right, ish. Like, I'm the new guy. Captain hates me. Boo hoo. But as soon as they woke up from stasis, he became really creepy, like real quick. So anyway, do we got anybody? Anybody? We've got Jason's.
We got Jason
to play. Anybody? Oh, that's okay. You know what? This is not a perfection based chat. This is an opinion based chat, and I opinions are definitely welcome. Oh, this is good apple juice.
Well, if Jason's going to be the only one playing, and I played against him last time.
You? No, you didn't. You were going to, and then Paula Trigg.
Well, that's right. I still want you. I still want to do the questions, and you play against him.
But I feel like I did that the last time. But okay, that's fine. I guess it's going to be me versus Jason Ashby. Hi, buddy.
Hey, what's going on,
doing?
guys?
He is our reigning, and actually, he's just part of the show now at this point.
I actually watched Event Horizons over the weekend.
did.
And I mean, I picked the movie for a reason. I just think it is an awesome movie. Out of those mid '90s kind of sci-fi horror-esque movies, to me that one just it stands strong even to this day. I just enjoy watching that movie whenever I get a chance to. So.
Yeah, it's definitely not a hard watch.
It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
It's not like some movies you watch them now and it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever really liked that movie.
Hey, I'm going to show you what's on my TV behind me.
I'm looking. I'm leaning in as if I can see better. Oh, it's Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
All right.
It's actually Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah, I knew from the jacket.
Yep. I'm like, hey, let's watch this.
So I guess it's me versus you. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Now I can see.
No. Can I come down here?
No,
it's just not working that way. All right, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna play a game, boys and girls, unless we have any last minute takers.
I know Ray was in the chat. He'd be an interesting competitor.
Ray doesn't take part in anything.
Yeah.
Well, just because of he's too cool.
Well, that's true. I mean,
he's too cool for school.
He's got that awesome beard and the matching hair for it.
He does.
So.
He looks like a cross between Moses and Sasquatch. All right, so it's time to play a game of What's the Damn Answer?
For the love of God, what's the damn answer? Like I said before, I just don't know. I don't know what. It's just like I thought about it, but I just didn't know anything. When you get asked a question about that whole movie, what's the damn answer? When you get to thinking, you might just know the answer. What's the damn answer? What's the damn answer?
All right.
Hi, everybody. This is going to be a fun one.
Is it going to be a fun one?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Because not many of these are hard.
Oh.
And these are limericks.
Limericks.
These are limericks about horror movies.
Okay.
And you have to guess what movie the limerick is about.
Oh, I like it.
Very few of these are hard, so it's going to be a speed kind of hand raising.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this is okay. Are you okay with that, Jason?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
We still got to raise our hands, right?
Yes.
Oh, whoa. He just moved himself. All right, there we go.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right. This killer is wearing a dress. In the shower, you may be distressed. And he kills his mother in this film like none other. Bates Motel is the address. Brian.
Psycho.
Yes.
Thank you.
This film has no musical score. It's also lacking in gore. The villains have feathers and they flock together. Could you ask for any more? Ryan?
The Birds.
Told you this is going to be about speed because these aren't hard. This is just fun.
Yep.
In space, they can't hear you scream, and in human monster gleams. It may hug your face or do worse to another place. This beast is one from a dream. Brian?
Alien?
Yeah, damn it.
Come on, man. You got this.
Yeah.
This is another gimme.
All right.
A child sees people who died. Bruce Willis is his guide. The end is a twist. Vincent had not missed. The film ends with a bride. Jason.
The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
I was just going to raise my hand and I didn't get a chance to. Jason, that's what we're talking about here. Speed, sir. Speed.
Well, I'm not always the fastest, but hey,
That's
all
right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Jack Nicholson plays a dad who, when all alone, goes mad. His son writes red rum to show his mum there's something special about this lad. Oh, I saw both at the same time. Hands down. 1, 2, 3, go. Jason.
The Shining.
Yes.
Fair enough. Hold on. If I hold the pencil, will I look smarter?
Yes.
Yes.
Count Orlok. Who's he? No speech in this movie. A blatant ripoff. It's an influence you can't scoff. The symphony of horror you must see. Brian.
Nosferatu, sir.
Yes. Nancy is our leading girl. Depp's bed gives him a whirl. He's the man of your dreams. He's more than he seems. In the suburbs, the plot unfurls. Jason.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. See, I like these high-scoring games.
It's fair.
Yes. A misunderstood girl is hated by her mother and classmates baited. What will she do when power she accrues, when her lust for revenge be sated? Jason.
Carrie.
Yes. Tie game 4-4.
Woo!
We got 18 of these.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
18 more or 18
No,
total?
18 total.
Ah,
So there's 10 more.
all right.
For Sydney, there is no haven. The ghost face killer is shaven. Years off her life with his really big knife, and it's all thanks to Mr. Wes Craven. Brian.
That would be Scream.
Yes.
1 through all of them.
1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
And 6. All right. This demon is expelled by a priest who had previously encountered the beast. She yells at her mom and finally gets calm by the end of this box office treat. Jason.
Exorcist.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
All right.
Now I want to be over here. All right. Better.
A man must replace his wife. The process may cost him his life. In this foreign thriller, the hot girl's a killer. A man in a bag sees strife. Jason?
The only thing I can think of is the replicas?
No.
Or replicas? No.
Can you repeat the limerick, please?
Yes. A man must replace his wife. The process may cost him his life. In this foreign thriller, the hot girl's a killer. A man in a bag sees strife.
Bride of Frankenstein?
Audition.
Audition.
See, they're not.
I try to put that movie out of my head because it's so gosh darn scary. It's not scary. It's just gross. All right. Go ahead.
The scientist says he's alive, but how long can he survive? Against pitchforks and torches, the poor monster lurches. Perhaps with a bride he will thrive. Jason.
Frankenstein.
Yes.
That's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yes. Okay, go.
London is hit by the rage. In combat, we must engage. The army we hate, they use us like bait. A zombie war we will wage. Brian?
28 days later.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna guess a different movie, but that's a good one.
Yeah, it was the right one. That's good.
Yes,
dude.
it was.
Tie game 6-6.
6-6. Let's get a 6 in there. Then it'll be
Barbara, they're coming to get you. They show up out of the blue. A social commentary more thrilling than scary. Romero, thanks for the view. Brian?
Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Hmm.
A pair of Americans mauled on the moor. One of them does not endure. The other will change and become nightly deranged. Is love the cure? Jason?
Oh God, I hope I get this right. American Werewolf in Paris, or American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
I will give him that. I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him that because I you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Some students go out in the wood. The cameraman isn't that good. They run all around. Just the footage was found. Facing the wall was where they stood. Brian.
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. John Kramer's a bad man to fear. He might cut out your tongue or your ear. He thinks it's a game as his victims go insane. There's a sequel same time next year. Brian?
Saw.
Yes. Final one.
What's the score?
9-7.
Oh.
So this one's just for fun.
All right. I love fun.
Michael Myers murders his sister. It turns out that maybe he missed her. He takes many more lives. Only Jamie Lee survives. Lucky for her, no one had kissed her. Jason.
Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween.
And a score of 9-8. Brian is the winner.
Wins.
Who wins? I'm sorry. Who won that?
O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle rules. Come on.
See how many can name that movie.
You did.
Oh.
That would be Billy Madison.
Yeah.
And I answered another question. Oh my God, who's good? Me, I'm good. Jason, you did really good, man.
Yes, thank you.
I liked the limerick thing. It was kind of fun. They were a little easy at times, but you know, they weren't at times too.
Yeah.
There was a couple in there. I'm like,
Yeah, you had me stumped on the audition one.
It was a close game too.
It was a close game.
If only Jason had gotten an audition, it would have tied.
Well, with the audition answer, the only thing that came to mind was I think it's called Replicas. It was Keanu Reeves when his family dies, or Replicas. Yes, and he basically recreated his family.
Yeah, he did have to recreate his family. I agree, but no, yeah, but keep in mind that it's going to be a horror movie. Or horror adjacent, and that was more just an action, like flat out an action movie. Has he done a horror movie?
Bram Stoker's Dracula? Does that count?
It was adjacent, I guess. I guess it was.
Well, no, I was gonna say Johnny Mnemonic, but no.
Yeah, that's sci-fi all the way.
Yeah.
Really. And that was a really good movie too. Actually, I liked it.
Yes, it was.
Henry Rollins in that one. It was really good. Yeah. Well, Jason, thank
you.
If
Henry Rollins would have went on a killing spree, I guess you could have considered it a horror movie, but
yeah, that's true. He was in a horror movie though. Henry Rollins was in one horror movie. But,
he never died?
No, I don't think it was a horror movie. That was more of a biblical movie.
Yeah.
He was in well, I don't know why I brought it up. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Wasn't he also? No, he wasn't. Never mind. I was gonna say, wasn't he also in American History X?
No, he just looks like he would be.
Okay. Yeah.
He looks like he's what the movie was based on.
Well, good game, Brian. Thank you very much for the challenge.
Absolutely, Jason. Thanks for playing. As usual, you are always a good thing. He was in Feast. That's the name of it. Thank you very much. Feast was the name of that.
Good call.
Yeah, it was really good. He played a bartender or something like that. It was really good, though. Anyway, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. I've got to figure out a movie to, pick for next week.
I'll keep my pick loaded for when I win the next time. So
please do.
All right.
Please do. And remember, boys and girls, if you are in the chat, we do this every week. And if you want to be a part of this game, you could win. You could. Did he just drop out himself? Okay, he's gone. He's gone. All right. All right, he's gone. He's a very mysterious bloke. It's good to see him. He came to our show last Friday.
How was the show last Friday?
The parts I remember were really good.
All right.
All right. So next week's movie is going to be
Jennifer, this week's movie was Event Horizon.
Event Horizon was this week's movie. Jason says it was a great show.
Thank you.
I think he meant Friday, but maybe this too. I don't know. Horror movie. I would like to say talk for a moment, and we'll figure it out. What are you doing this weekend?
So this Saturday, I will be playing with Wrecked by Apathy down in the Cape Coral area at Ollie's Pub with Hellfrost, The World I See, and Ships of Odessa. So that should be a mighty good time.
Really cool, really cool. I've never heard of Ships of Odessa, but I think I want to now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So I am going to pick. Gosh, this is so hard. I'm trying to think of like my go-tos. I think we've already gone to them.
Oh no.
No, I know. There's so many things though. I'm going to say The Dead Don't Die.
All right.
The Dead Don't Die, yes.
I'm down. I'm down.
It's a horror comedy starring. It features Bill Murray.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. All right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, so we're gonna do The Dead Don't Die next week.
Yeah.
And
what do you got going on this weekend?
Strangely enough, I was supposed to have the weekend off, but my friends in Level the Planet said their singer Bree unfortunately had to bow out of a show at the last minute. So they asked me to fill in. So I will be singing for Level the Planet unless they pull out on this. I'm going to try to find the place. It's Summerfield, Florida. Oh, here we go.
Totally heard of Summerfield, Florida.
Yeah, nobody's not heard of it. We'll be doing a show at DJ and Gina's Lounge in Summerfield, Florida.
That sounds classy.
Yeah, it does sound classy. It sounds very classy. We Level the Planet, M99, Auditory Armory, and Blaine the Mono.
Ooh, Dark Tower reference.
Blaine the Mono.
Ooh,
so
Dark Tower reference.
Yes.
I
got to tell you, if you know where Summerfield, Florida is, and you want to come down, it should be very interesting. I do not know the music as of yet. I will have to learn it before Saturday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time, and I'm may God have mercy on my soul. Basically. And their singer is normally Brie, a female. So all the songs are, they're not necessarily written for females, but the music, like the vocal parts are normally females, normally sung by a female. So it's going to sound a little different. If you're into Level the Planet, you're going to get a little bit of a different planet leveling this time.
Yeah.
So
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with me.
I wasn't all the way in Cape Coral, I would come.
Yeah, if I wasn't playing there, I'd probably come all the way to Cape Coral. Probably wouldn't, to be honest with you. That's very far.
That is very far. It's very far for me in Palmetto.
I know, I get it. And I'm, 2.5 hours north of you. 2 hours north of you, really. Yeah. 2. Let's be realistic. I'm sorry I lied. But anyway, man, I was really happy with tonight's show.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next week. The Dead Don't Die.
Dead Don't Die. I'm excited for that.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
I saw it. I do not necessarily remember it as well as I would like to.
Speaking of movies that we have seen, I recently watched The Pope's Exorcist.
The Pope's Exorcist. The Pope's Exorcist. How was that?
God damn, it was so good.
Really?
It was so fucking good.
The Pope's Exorcist.
The Pope's Exorcist. It's based off a real dude.
A real dude?
No, like a real dude. So,
dude, really?
Yeah. So
real dude.
Yeah. No. So the story may not be true, but the character that Russell Crowe plays was he was the Pope's personal exorcist.
And he was fighting demons.
William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist, directed a documentary about this guy back in 2017 called The Devil and Father Amorth. And it was a documentary about him actually going out and doing exorcisms.
Yes.
And then he wrote tons of books, and a production company bought the rights to his books, and this is the first movie that they're making based off his writings.
Is this as real as The Conjuring?
Probably as real as The Conjuring.
Wow. So this shit happened. Happened. All right.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll check that out. The Pope's Exorcist.
It's on Netflix. So
it's not going to be as good as The Dead Don't Die.
Even.
So anyway, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching From the Slab tonight. Once again, we are brought to you by Bob's Turduckins. It ain't a turducken unless it's Bob's Turduckins. And I want to thank you guys for being here religiously or serendipitously every week. And tell your friends about us. We love being here and we love having fun. Get your horror game on, man. Come and play this game next week.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. There's no reason to be shy. We want to see your face.
Can happen. You lose.
Right.
You win.
Listen, I'm a loser every fucking day. It ain't no big deal. We love you a lot. And thank you from all of us here at From the Slab, including all of our cast and crew. The crew members, we have about 23 crew members behind the scenes in this one big room that Chris and I are sitting in.
Few cats.
And there's a couple of them are felines. Yes, it's true. But they do pull their weight. We have stuff purposely set up on tables for them to knock off tables, and they do it every single time, religiously, like the Pope's Exorcist. All right. Anything else you got to add to this, Chris?
I'm good, man.
All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week, 9 p.m. Tuesday, from the slab. See you later.